It's Kaero. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Diamond. It is July 5th. If you celebrated the holiday yesterday, hope you had a great and fun holiday and safe. We are doing Bant. I almost said Simic. We're doing Bant. I wanted to see how good we could make it. Or Brokers, if you will, for Streets of New Capenna. I'll run through the deck list here. If you want to skip that, go straight to the gameplay. You can head to the description. I have a link there. It goes right into the games. And there is a deck list below if you want to build this deck. This deck is a lot of fun, has some tricks. It's mostly based around tokens. It's pretty much mid-rangey. It's got a big bomb at the top in the form of Coma, but you'll see kind of what's going on with it as we go through. All right, 4 Fading Hopes. We like the bounce, and for blue, for 1 mana, Fading Hope is my go-to. It's great. And the Scry effect, if you bounce something small, is awesome to let you line up your next draws, and this deck does use 3 different colors of lands, so the lands can be a little bit tricky. It's not like your regular 2-color deck where you're pretty safe. We have Jaspara's Sentinel. You can tap this, tap another untapped creature, and add a mana of any color. This is a little bit more of the fixing aspect that we get down on turn 1. 2 Fateful Absences. 2 mana, efficient removal spell for creatures and planeswalkers. They do get a clue token that they can sack to draw a card, but there's a lot of Boros aggro, and a lot of times they don't have time for that. So we're in Fateful Absence. Galagreeters, 2-drop 1/1 Alliance. When another creature comes into the battlefield, choose one that hasn't been chosen. This thing can get decently big by itself if you choose the counters every time. Sometimes you need life, because you're getting hammered by aggro before you stabilize. And the treasure token is also great ramp. So this is a fantastic card. I think it's a solid craft for New Capenna, and the options and the modes on it are always great. Prosperous Innkeeper, 2-drop that creates a treasure token when it comes in, also allows us a little bit of life gain. This is incremental little life gain in here, you all. This is Galagreeter's Prosperous Innkeeper life. So there are no life payoffs, but I find that having just about 5 to 7 life gained throughout a game can really just decimate the Boros aggro, mono white aggro, what have you right now that people are running in the early end of the month on the ladder. So the life gain does matter. Yeah, and this stays on the board, gains you life when other creatures come in. Wedding Announcement, fantastic white card. If you attack with 2 or more creatures at the end step, you get to draw a card. If you don't, you get a 1/1 white human. And then on the 3rd turn it's out, it buffs all of your creatures +1/+1, which will have humans here. And Balagid Recovery, lands that we can go grab things back from our graveyard. Brokers Ascendancy. This is the card that I really wanted to build the deck around. I thought, this is cool. This is in Bant colors. I haven't seen a ton of decks with it. And simply at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control. That means sometimes even your Galagreeters and Innkeepers can get pretty big, in the realm of 3/3/4/4. And that can be troublesome for an opponent if they didn't bother removing them early. We also have a Seeker's Chariot, 4 of these. Cat tokens can get bigger if you have Broker's Ascendancy out on turn 3, Chariot turn 4. You're looking at 3/3 cats and 4/4 cats that can crew the Chariot, just one of them by themselves before you know it. Very nice. Workshop Warchief, some more incremental life gain. 5-drop 5/3 Trample. Trample is very important in this meta. There are a lot of 1/1 chump blockers out there that can simply stop a 7/7 8/8 big creature without trample. So trample is actually valued pretty high right now. So it's 5/3, gains you life. When it dies, create a 4/4 green rhino. You can also blitz it in. And when you create those rhinos, you'll see in one of these matches, if you have Prosperous Innkeeper or Galagreeters out, sometimes the opponent doesn't expect, whenever they're stacking blockers up on the Workshop Warchief, that's like a 7/5. That when it dies, you're going to get ETB effects, enter the battlefield effects, from your Innkeepers and Galagreeters when these Rhino tokens are made. Also, Rhino tokens from these, perfect for Chariot to make new Rhinos. Rhino Madness. Tamio Completed Sage, or Timio, not sure how to pronounce her. She's really cool. Can be played for 4 mana and 2 life if you want to do the completed, the Phyrexian mana version. If that's the case, she'll come in with 3 loyalty counters. This is used +1 to tap down aggro, keep something tapped, or you can -X, exile a non-land permanent card from your graveyard, create a token that's a copy of that card. So you could exile Workshop War Chief from your graveyard, create a token that's a 5/3, and then double that token with Chariot, and then when it dies, it creates a 4/4 green Rhino token and all that good stuff. So you see how it's cyclical here. We also have Brokers Ascendancy with Coma. 7-drop. Keep an eye on your forest and your plains as you're going up playing lands. If you don't absolutely need another plains, don't do it. If you can play an extra forest or island, that'll make Coma easy to cast. 6/6 cannot be countered, which is important in this meta. And you can sack a Serpent to tap permanents and stop their activated abilities from being activated, or you can make it indestructible. But the Serpent Coma Coil tokens can get big with Broker's Ascendancy, which is always a fun time. Land Suite, we have Iganyo Seat of the Empire, Hall the Storm Giants, Besiege Who Endures, and we have a bunch of pathways. I don't have 4 Spars Headquarters, so if you build the deck, you might want to throw another Spars Headquarters in. I haven't had a problem running 3. I have a Broker's Hideout in here. Not for the life gain, I know what you're thinking, because I simply don't have a Spars Headquarters, but helps to go fetch a basic land, of which we make sure that we run multiple forest basics and an island and a plains. And if you don't have a basic in an island or a plains to fetch, you have it in your hand already, so you don't need it. So it's fine. Run Broker's Hideout. Thank you very much for subscribing. It means the world to me. I could not do this without you. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoy the games. Hit that thumbs up for me and comment if you have any questions or suggestions for the next deck or anything. I'll respond to you. Thank you. Okay, no forest. Not a good start. And only 2 lands. We may draw 1. We have 2 wedding announcements, which is actually great, but let's try it. We'll tempt Fate. Fading Hope means island turn 1. There we go. Attack you. Wedding announcement resolves. Treasure token then. Let's try to go for a second one. Refill the hand. Virtuoso. Let's try to bounce it. We're gonna phase it out. Galagrida's triggers. Let's gain life. Their plan is obviously to pump up Virtuoso and deal a bunch of damage to us. That much is obvious. So let's gain as much life as we can. Stop this tempo deck from getting us. Oh, I love those draws. Yeah. Security bypass. They're just gonna keep defending this Virtuoso, so we'll see if we can outgain it while damaging them. Surely they're not ever going to tap out and stop protecting it. Gains lifelink too, huh? Okay. Well, we have a Fateful Absence in hand. They're going to hit us for 22. They're going to gain a bunch of life. But we're going to kill it. Good thing we gained that life off of Galagreeters. Okay, our turn. Here's this. Goodbye. To be fair, that security bypass virtuoso thing is good as long as you can protect it. And if we did not gain 4 life there, I mean, that brought us to 2 in 1 turn. To be fair, feels good hitting it with that, but I'm not clowning on it because it's a good deck. Good game. All right, we're going first. We have a great looking mana base here to start with and a couple of early treasure makers. I like this a lot. Let's do it. I think we want to keep this for blue if at all possible. We want double blue later in the game. That being said, we want white on turn 3 too. We have some treasure we can use for that, but we'll see. Right now, we're going to go Hall of Storm Giants. Chariot. Alright, so we want Besieger who endures too. So go Galagreeters first. Okay, there's white. Or blue. Use that for white. Attack. Drop an Innkeeper here. Tap treasure token from that. They're siphoning Insight. See what they take. I guess they don't have to reveal it, so hope we never find out. They're eyeing it, so it must be an early play. They're hovering it. So either they don't know what it is, or it's an early drop and they're determining whether or not they want to play it, basically. Okay. So if we drop a Prosperous Innkeeper, we go 1-2 here. Then we still have 4 mana to drop a Chariot. We open ourselves up to getting Jwari disrupted, though. So let's attack first. They have nothing to say about that. Put that down on blue. We'll drop this. And then instead of the Chariot, we'll go ahead and drop Wedding Announcement. And draw a card if they let it resolve. Treasure, please. Okay, that's fine. End it there, draw a card. Cool. As long as we can keep attacking with 2 creatures, even if they're little Prosperous Innkeepers, we can keep drawing cards. Brokers, you love to see that. All right. Let's attack first. Nothing to say about that. Let's go in with chariots. Chariot full of cats. You've seen this one before. And we'll play the Ascendancy now. Because we want to get out of MYTHIC Massacre range with at least a few tokens. We really don't want them to lay a meat hook down next turn and blow out everything, so if we can try to prevent that with Ascendancy, we will. Fading Hope, cool, with a treasure token open. Like that. What we don't want to see is mana dropped into meat hook. That's what we're looking to avoid. Excellent. Workshop Warchief? Yeah. Let's drop that now. And we'll crew the chariot with that. Time to swing for the fences. Fading Hope is up. Fading Hope is ready for any flashy creatures. I think they're probably going to March of Wretched Sorrow something again. Yeah. In that case, let's bounce this to our hand. Always good to have 2 more cats next turn. And then we drew another one. All right. Not the most clever play. Is like, let's bounce that chariot back. And here's another chariot. All right. All right, good game. Opponent goes first. We have Spar's Headquarters on 1, so we have all 3 colors for Brokers Ascendancy on 3 if we need to. I think we're good with it. I think let's roll with the Innkeepers. Power of the Halfling Citizens is upon you, my friend. Let's just try to make the Halfling Citizens as big as possible with Brokers Ascendancy. Just make them into, like, huge creatures. It's gonna get burned away. But... So, treasure token there. We played Innkeeper next turn. There you are. Okay. Well, we need to combat this Boros damage with life gain. What's the best way to do that? Probably, this has trample anyway, so probably with Innkeeper and then Wedding Announcement next turn. Or now. Forgot we're gonna get a treasure. My bad. Yeah. See if we can keep the life gain rolling. No blocks. Okay, so we can do Tameo, lose 2 life, bring back a prosperous Innkeeper, make a treasure token, gain a life, gain 2 life with Wedding Announcement up. We have to lose 2 life though, because we have to pay the Phyrexian mana. I think it's worth it.
Phyrexia's story infects the mind. Becoming unfor history belongs to Phyrexia.
Yeah, that brings us back up to 13. And from now on, if they don't kill Tamio, we can tap something down. Okay, they're going at her. This is going at us. So if we take the damage, we go to 7, 8. And then we can tap one of their things down, try to stabilize. Let's save her. Or try to. See if they have a play with fire to blow us out here. They do. She still died.
You only think you changed
All right.
the ending.
Okay, set a step before combat here. Use our Fading Hope with our treasure token. Let's let him attack first, I guess. They only come in with the 2. Okay, we block here. Put you back in the hand. They must not have had anything else. I think that was pretty far from over. Maybe they just had all lands, I guess. Alright. Good game. Because, I don't know, we were under pressure still. These were going to trade. We would have had Ascendancy make this a 4. We didn't have anything else in our hand, though. We didn't have a bomb. So, I don't know. I think they might have won that. But, good game. Yeah, looks fine. I'm good with it. Seems to be mono white. So we have a white, blue, a blue here, and... Alright. I'll have to rely on the life gain a little bit. I think we can do that with wedding announcement. Try to stabilize here. Or not. Alright. See what they've got. Redain. Not too bad. We'll take those. Okay. Green. Sentinel. Ascendancy. Let's try to stabilize. Clarion Spirit. That's a late Clarion Spirit. I think they wanted that earlier. No training available for their Hopeful Initiate, so I'm not sure what they can... Oh, wedding announcement. Wasn't expecting that. In with that. This has reach. This will bounce. Cameo completed Sage. Let's go. It'll be worth it. Gain the life, no attacks. Our tokens are getting bigger. I think the meat and potatoes of our attack force is Workshop Warchief with the trample. We are going to have to keep that Jespar Sentinel up with the reach. call. Okay, Jespar Sentinel is in. They're gonna have to find an answer for that to get through with the flyers. Loading up Crawling Barrens. See what happens. Okay, so that's gonna die. That will help us because rhinos will be made with Galagreeters on both of these deaths. So we're good with that. Gain life. Seven. Yeah, we're good with that. Another rhino. That will go counter. And we'll hold up Fateful Absence for Redain. Don't want to play two spells this turn because their Brutal Cathar will take something. We're going to Fateful Absence Redain regardless, so we can put in Tamiyo here, because right now it costs 7, which is too much, and we get Workshop Warchief, we -5 her, bring that back in as a token, gain some life, and have a Trampler. See what they want to do. Attack there. Alright, let's go. So they're going to tap this, take these counters off, and destroy their wedding festivity. Good response.
Go, share the story of Phyrexia with your people.
You know what? Scratch that. We're tapping this. Cost 3 life to do it. That allows us to attack with our rhinos, though. Here's what we're going to do. Keep Tamiyo with a healthy amount of loyalty, and we're going to do that. Yes. All right. In the long run, I thought about getting back Workshop Warchief, but to do that, Tamiyo would have to die. Workshop Warchief would come back, gain us 3 life, would have a 5/3 Trampler, but this still has first strike. So in order to get through this, we have to have things that are bigger. So Brokers Ascendancy will allow all of our things to grow, and I think would have clinched the victory, where Workshop War Chief probably would not have. Would have brought us to 3, so 18 life, and then, yeah. But I think the Ascendancy was probably the better call there. Good game.